So what makes your weekly fire alarm test so important? Well, first of all, it's a legal requirement. Second, it tests if your fire alarm is functioning for the safety of your people and for your property and equipment. And remember, just because there's a green light on the panel, that doesn't mean that the fire alarm is necessarily working. We'll now buy our fire alarm panel, and before you start the test, you must think about who you need to notify. So that could include your staff, your customers, or if your system is connected to an alarm receiving centre, you'll need to notify them too. And second, look for any switches around the fire alarm panel that could be connected to other systems. For example, it could be a gas supply valve. In this case, you can see there's no switches apart from the fire alarm power supply, so we're good to go. If you have got other systems though, it's important to turn them off, otherwise you could activate them during your weekly test. When you've notified everyone about the test, including the alarm receiving centre, you're ready to test a call point. And one point, we recommend testing a different call point every week, because that means over time you're going to test every single call point in your building. The next step is to check what type of call point you have to test. Some call points, like this one, have a resettable element, and now the element is the area that you press to set off the alarm. And if it's resettable, it's simple. You simply press the button on the call point as you would do as if it is a fire. But if it has a glass element, you'll need a test key like this one. Test keys come in lots of different shapes and sizes to suit different systems, and so we've got a guide on our website which explains which keys to use with which systems. So with that, we're going to test this call point. We can hear the alarm sounding, so this call point is definitely working. And now we know our system's working, we can mute the panel and we can silence the alarms. And on the panel, it's always wise to check that any text displayed on the screen of the panel, or if it shows a zone and fire, it's wise to check that matches the zone chart, which should be fitted next to the fire panel. You'll need to reset the call point, and then you can reset the panel. So we're nearly done. Check with your colleagues around the building that they heard the alarms in all areas, and also remember to check with your alarm receiving centre. They should have been notified of the test as well. And finally, and this bit is very important, you must record your test, and that's where your fire logbook comes in. A good one, like this one, will contain records of all your tests, and also it could contain information on your other systems like emergency lighting and your firefighting equipment. But the fact that you've recorded your test in here, that provides evidence that you've been performing your legal responsibilities. So that's us done. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, all being well, your test won't flag up anything, but if it does, get in touch with a service provider or give us a call.